They waited till the last possible moment, but we finally got the info on Season 4 for Overwatch. And there was a lot of it. Let's run over it. Hey guys, I'm James from the Omnic Post. I still don't get why they had to wait this long to start sharing all of that Season 4 info. But this week, it finally happened. The Season 4 info for Overwatch is out there. Well, most of it. And one of the drawbacks of them having to push it out, like it was last night's kebab working its way down, is that it is kinda hard to follow. Hell, even for us content creators, it has been a bit of a pain in the kebab exit. You know, you come for the news, but you stay for the stupid jokes. Anyways, allow me to guide you through all of this Season 4 news. Take my hand. I swear I washed it. Why are your palms so sweaty? Well, that might be because you're slightly intimidated by that new Season 4 hero, Lifeweaver. He is the new support hero for Overwatch, and he looks like a damn challenge. Pardon my French. I made a video on him earlier this week, go check it out. And after a few days of watching other content creators gameplay with Lifeweaver, I stick with my point. His kit is going to take time. I mean, he has abilities that sell pretty well on paper and when you see them on video. But I feel like they have a very narrow use case. And there's a lot you can do wrong with him. Aaron Keller, the game director for Overwatch, in his latest blog compared it to rezzing with Mercy at the wrong time. I beg to differ. First off, rezzing at the wrong time in the lower tiers doesn't exist. You res when someone dies and it is off cooldown. I'm not saying that that is the way it should go, but that's the way it always turns out. Second, bringing someone back to life when the rest of the team is actually dead. It's a bit of a waste, but you tried. Pulling back a Reaper just as he is about to ult, or accidentally lifting a Reinhardt that is charging towards the enemies. Yeah, that is going to get you yelled at. That all being said, there are going to be a few people that are going to shine with this hero. Those are going to be the people that have a good game sense, that are aware of their surroundings, that know where both the enemies and their teammates are. In other words, there's not going to be a single Widowmaker playing him. Look, we'll find out on Tuesday how well he is doing. And I'm definitely going to give it the good old college try. And you know what? Anybody can try, because he is going to be freely available for a limited time in one single game mode. See, the season starts out with a limited time event that celebrates both the release of Lifeweaver and the Thai New Year. And of course, this event will have its own challenges and a reward. You'll be able to get a Lifeweaver skin. But there's also going to be a limited time game mode, Bob and Weave. In that game mode, 2 teams of 3 Lifeweavers will face each other, and both teams will have a Bob. And the idea is that you pull the Bob, your Bob, in a position that they can best kill the enemy Lifeweavers. That sounds like fun. Well, unless you're Bob. I don't think Bob is going to enjoy this. But during that time, you get to play the new hero even if you don't have him unlocked. So you didn't buy the premium pass or you're not at level 45 in the battle pass, which I think is still going to be the case. And you know what? This is just the start of the season. There are so many events this time around. But sadly, Archives and the anniversary event are both not on the list. Now, I have no idea if they have nothing planned for the anniversary. That would really surprise me. But I do think that Archives have been pushed back till they release PvE. Hopefully we'll learn more about that pretty soon. The events that we are getting is Atlantis, where they took the map that we as a community built together with Aaron Keller and Dion Rogers weeks ago on Twitch. I don't know if you remember this, but y'all could give feedback on the map they were building, and we got an underwater Talon map. Now the map is a little bare bones, but it is very impressive that they pulled it off in such a short time and that they shared this map with us. There's a Symmetra challenge that includes a Garner Symmetra skin. Well, apparently someone in my comments mentioned that it could be for Earth Day, and I think they have a very good point. That will most likely be the case. In June, there's going to be the first ever Pride event for Overwatch. And they're going to be sharing more information about that in the weeks to come, because that is kind of on the tail end of the season. But the big event that I'm looking forward to the most, and that might actually help me forgive them for not including Archives, is Starwatch. This event is tied into the theme of this season, much like Battle for Atlantis was tied into Season 2. By the way, they are bringing back the Battle for Atlantis game mode for a really short time, somewhere in Season 4. Now, you won't be able to earn those skins again, but according to executive producer Jared Nurse, they are looking into ways of getting that done, allowing people to get access to those old season skins, both the ones in the shop and in the battle pass, and even the mythics. Most likely, we'll see. Oh yeah, and we're going to get a team deathmatch version of Battle for Atlantis on top of the free-for-all. Anyways, back to Starwatch. As I said before, this is tied into the theme for this season, which is space opera. So think Starwatch, Dune, Battlestar Galactica, hell, even Spaceballs is in its own way a space opera, I guess. I personally love this team. The skins look amazing. First off, there's the mythic Galactic Emperor Sigma. Now, I've been playing a lot of Sigma lately, and I was a huge fan of the skin they added at the end of the previous season. Now, this one is even better. But all of the other skins are kind of amazing too. You have Soldier 76, Mercy, and Sojourn that also got this Infinite Empire team, while Lucio, Wrecking Ball, Torbjorn, and Doomfist have the Watchers team, which is a little more eclectic space looking. But we also got to see a ton of other amazing skins, like Diva and Winston have some on-theme skins, but there's a Pinocchio Zenyatta, or an Omnic version of Junkrat and Roadhog. I mean, those are the two most Omnic-hating characters in all of the game, maybe apart from the Junker Queen, and they gave them an Omnic skin. The irony. Overall, Blizzard is outdoing themselves again with these skins. But back to Starwatch. I swear, that's the last time I'll do this, okay? As I said before, there is a game mode tied into this event, and this game mode could be the start of something very special. This season could be a turning point. This could be the spawn point of a new future or a separate future for Overwatch. They included something that we have not seen in a lot of games. First off, this mode is being played on an alternate version of Horizon. Now, we have not seen that map in a really long time, and from what we've seen, it looks very different. This was one of the most hated maps in Overwatch history. That could change. That could really change. It is a 4 versus 4 PvP game mode, but it has PvE elements mixed into it. That is right. This game mode is PvPAE, player versus player and environment. Yeah, I don't think that is going to catch on. You can pick either side, the Watchers or the Infinite Empire. The Watchers are attacking, the Infinite Empire is defending. There's a limited set of heroes for each side, and if you look at the skins, you'll figure out who is on which side. Now, I presume that both sides are going to be assisted by some type of AI. Something that we've only seen in mobile games. And if I had to make a comparison, I would say Smite, because that is, according to what I remember, also in a first-person standpoint. Now, in his latest blog, Aaron Keller, the game director for Overwatch, shared that if this turns out to be as much fun as they think it's going to be, it might start off a whole new thing for the game. Much like the Archives missions did for PvE. That they might continue to build on this, and that they might expand the Starwatch story. Sorry, had to do it. But you know what? This is freaking exciting. It could spawn a whole new vertical besides PvE and PvP. Or they could turn it into a whole separate game. And they could call it I'm kidding. I won't do it, okay? I swear. Let's just see how this little test turns out, and yeah, maybe get PvE'd out first. It's about time. Next topic, balancing. I'm going to try and get this done in 60 seconds. I'll leave the patch notes below if you want to read all of it. Here we go. Reinhardt, his total health was reduced. Sigma's rock damage was reduced, but the stun will last longer. Cassidy has less health, and his sticky bomb does less damage. Sombra's AMP can disable Maze Blizzard. Anna's sleep duration is reduced. Brigitte has a new ultimate, which is still rally, but her shield goes HD in the sense that it is huge and has a lot of health. She can use this big shield to stun her opponents again, but she walks slower and the impact of that rally on herself is different. Oh, and they also reduced the range on her repair pack. Mercy had some of the previous changes revoked, and according to Blizzard, he added more flexibility to Guardian Angel, but I don't think that's the way Mercy mains are going to look at it. And Mora can now fade during her ultimate. Okay, I don't know if I did it in 60 seconds, but there are some spicy changes in there. Now, besides all of this, there are a ton of changes that we already discussed. Like the removal of the map holes, the removal of decay in competitive, the fact that you'll see more updates on your progression, that you'll see what percentage of people are below you in your division, that you can see the average levels of both teams before a match, and that we are getting more competitive points. Now, at the time of recording this video, we did not get an update on the rewards for competitive. But that might change in the coming hours. They might still have a few surprises up their sleeve. I mean, they're constantly kind of pushing out these features left and right that we did not see coming at all. Like, they added a stranded spawn system, for instance. See, spawn rooms that get disabled because you captured or lost one of the objectives will remain partly active for another 7 seconds. And they will allow you to teleport to an active spawn room, because in that semi-active one you can't change heroes. But in the end, the walk of shame got a lot shorter. And like I said, there's definitely going to be more stuff. We'll find out on Tuesday. But for now, no PvE, no Sombra rework. But I presume they'll start talking about all of that soon. Yeah, I feel like I've been saying that for ages now, that soon. You know what I haven't said in a while? Starwatch! Tell me, what do you think about Season 4? And which is your favorite feature? Let me know in the comments. Join me during my streams on twitch.tv/DamesTV and make sure to subscribe for more updates on Overwatch.